Defense made a motion for a mistrial. Prosecutor was up to some fuckery. Potentially damaging evidence, no basis for it. The judge specifically said, do not ask that question. Do not use that as evidence. She walked right down the path and asked the question. It may be over on Tuesday morning. Batman Bruce Wayne bitch snitch. Gerald Brooks, your constitution does not apply to me because I'm a sovereign citizen, a traveler on the land. I'm the Moorish Empire or whatever, bitch snitch. Because they're so fucking absurd. If you want to be a sovereign citizen, just do yourself a favor first. Go to YouTube here and just get every sovereign citizen that's ever been before. Find me one that won. God dang, you're right. Don't go down this. It's not the path. Don't have time for stupidity. Some clever dick on the internet didn't find the great loophole in all of the world's law. Bitch snitch. God dang, you're right. God dang, you're right. Traveler on the land. Moorish Empire, traveler on the land, bitch snitch, Moorish Empire, God dang, you're right, traveler on the land, bitch snitch, the late evening U.S. people.
In a field dim and smoky, Legal-Vices holds his glass. His eyes are bright and wary, not sure what's about to pass. The tortoise folk march slowly, armored shells upon their backs, while humans brandish swords and guns, ready for the attack. Legal-Vices chuckled down his whiskey, raised his glass high. Let's see who wins this mad affair, he mumbled with a sigh. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, a clash of worlds so strange. Tortoises fighting humans, oh, who will win the day? The tortoises advance their pace, deliberate and slow, their ancient wisdom guiding them, hearts steady as they go. But the humans charge like thunder, fueled by their rage and pride. Their battle cries echo loudly across the countryside. Legal-Vices leaned back, with his eyes half closed, and he grinned. Life's a curious petting zoo, he whispered to the wind. Oh, the battle of Tortoise Farm, a clash of worlds so strange. Tortoises fighting humans, oh, who will win the day? The tortoises were forced backward, shells clashing in retreat, while humans pressed forward, the taste of victory so sweet. Legal-Vices chuckled softly, he drained his glass and sighed. Cheers to the absurdity of life, he chortled and cried.
Hey, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, everybody, whoever you are. Wherever you are, whatever you're doing, however you're doing, and however many times you plan on doing it, why you're doing it in the first place, and all that other stuff. I'm just glad you're doing it here with me, Legal-Vices, on my channel, Legal-Vices. We're going back to Ohio. We're closing out Ohio today. should be the end of the Ohio part of the what the Hales legal proceedings. We'll have to do some more things this week. We've got tonsil twins. We got a lot of tonsil twins updates with the Clayton Eckert stuff. We've got a retro trial. We're we're alive. We're alive today. Sometimes being alive is the best you can hope for. For those of you that happen to not catch me on Aussie Overlord's stream last night, we had quite a bit of an accident yesterday. It was an incredibly unplanned for event. Uh-oh. What the Hales already said this will be hilarious. Oh, great. Great. So, yesterday, real quick here again, if you're watching us on replay and you don't want to sit through all this, skip ahead about 10 minutes, 15 minutes. We like to fellowship and philosophize here a little bit before we get underway. See how everybody in chat's doing. Give you a little update on me. That's what we do here because we like each other. We have a little family here. You know, we don't just jump straight into the business. We talk a little bit first. So anyway, as I was saying if you missed me over on Aussie Overlord's stream last night, we had a bit of an incident. Because there was at the cigar lounge every month or so, once a month, we have a big barbecue. And I am always the barbecue guy. I'm always the chef. I'm always the cook because I'm pretty damn good at it. Yesterday was the first barbecue of the year, kicking off barbecue season. And there was an unplanned for event. Completely freak accident, no idea. Theories as to what happened, no idea what happened. But as just as I was putting on the hamburger and the hot dogs, suddenly this massive fireball sort of erupted from the grill. And it took off all the hair on my right arm. You can see got some burns there. Kind of goes all the way up to here. Right about here is where the hair stops. But it kind of took a little bit of skin. You can see where it's nice and red all over here. Got a couple of good blisters going on here. But everywhere it's red. You can see it's a little toasty there. I guess you can see the burn when you get farther back, I guess. So that's what happened. But I was standing sideways like this to the grill, just reaching to put some more things on. And then I just saw like this flash start. Like if you've seen the movie Backdraft, there was like a backdraft thing that happened somehow. Because the coals were not lighting. But then suddenly they did. In a big old whoosh. And I kind of went like this. And you see like this, there's like a white line here where my hand was kind of sideways like this, but I ducked like this. My hat took most of it for my head. Thank God I was wearing my hat. But yeah, we toasted the facial hair. So had the stash is back to square one. That hurt most of all. We're regrowing the stash. So you can watch me grow a mustache over the next several months or years. It kind of took it right down to the skin on this side. It did just took off the entire pokey out part of the stash, and this kind of was all frazzled and straggly. So there we go. I do have an upper lip flux. Flux just texted me, says weird seeing my upper lip. I do have one of those. So yeah, there we go. That's what happened to me over the weekend, and people were criticizing me. I don't think. Let me see here. I don't know. I know where we can do it. We can check it out on my Twitter pages. What happened is when I went up in flames, thank God I didn't actually go up in flames, which was weird because this happened about 24 hours after my F at Friday stream where we were talking about phobias and fears. This happened about 24 hours after. Weird. My phone started itself. At least it started my stream and not somebody else's. That's pretty cool. Anyway, about 24 hours after the F at Friday where we were talking about phobias and fears, and I said that like my biggest irrational weird fear in life is being burned alive.
because I hate the pain from even sunburns. 24 hours later, this crap happens. So I thought that was kind of weird. Yeah, so it's no, I was not full of American Dreamer. It was not full of liquor. You do not grill and barbecue things under the influence of liquor. That is not the way to be a good or surviving chef. That happens after you cook. But what happened afterwards? And people are I don't know. They don't see the reasoning behind it. Well, first of all, there's 17 people there. 17 people have got to eat. So I got a big Ziploc bag, filled it full of ice, stuck the ice on my arm, wrapped it up with some towels, and I finished cooking the burgers and the dogs for the 17 people there. Hurting like a mother, and of course I was hungry too, so I sort of one hand ate a hot dog and a burger, and then I was high strung, just the adrenaline was going, the endorphins from the pain were kicking in, so I decided that I would relax. And the cigar lounge owner, who I think I told you about, my best friend who died like a heart attack. He was my best friend for 16 years. Anyway, it was his cigar lounge, and his wife runs it now. She felt really, really bad that this happened. Plus, lucky me, I saved her son from the brunt of it, because her son was standing behind me. He just got like a new hairdo out of it. He just kind of burned the fringe of the front part of it, the fringe of his hair. So I saved her son. I continued to cook. So she gave me about a $100 Cohiba cigar to smoke. So I stayed there for an extra hour smoking the cigar, had a couple of drinks. Then I said, okay, now it's time to go to the emergency room, which wasn't too far down the street. So yeah, about 5 minutes away. So I drove in the taxi. I didn't drive the taxi. I guess I rode in the taxi is what I'm supposed to say. I rode in the taxi over there to the hospital. They went, not too serious. They put some ointment on it and said, keep it dry. All right, thanks. Not a lot of painkiller stuff, and there's really nothing to do. So I just kept packing on with ice and whatnot. But on the way home, I drank about a quarter of a bottle of whiskey because I knew there was going to be no way I could sleep. This was about 9 p.m. my time when I left the hospital. Come on, dog, stop kicking the camera. It was about 9 o'clock my time when I left the hospital. So in the 30 minutes on the way home, I would just sort of, yes, I did take a bottle of whiskey to the hospital with me because I planned on doing so. I knew I wasn't going to be able to sleep because of the pain. So drank about a quarter of a bottle of whiskey on the way home from the hospital. Then I got home, went on Ozzy's stream yesterday for 3 hours-ish. Meanwhile, still continuing to have some more whiskey. And then I slept like a babe after that. Woke up relatively pain-free. So yeah, I'm kind of pain, but the burn is, it hurts if I touch it. So I just don't touch it. But it doesn't hurt if you don't do anything to it. But it's a little bit swollen. Well, it's actually probably, I don't think you can see. It's quite a bit swollen, and the skin's a little tight because it's swollen. But other than that, I am happy to be alive. Sad about the stash. We have to redo the stash. But hey, it'll grow back even though I'm not going to look nearly as cool for my vacation. Oh well. So that's the story. That's the story of why I no longer have the Lorax has been trimmed. So yeah, I no longer have my happy little mustache, but we'll grow it back. It'll get back, and you all can see. You can watch the process as it goes. All right, it's about time to get. Hayden has been waiting patiently during the story, so welcome, Hayden. Nice. Yeah, I think. Oh no, there he is. I heard him chuckle.
Yeah, no. I mean,
yeah, I see that. Oh,
sorry, I'm late. I was ranting and raving about the e-safety commissioner and some people being idiots about whether or not it's appropriate for a 7-month-old baby to go to a comedy club and ruin everyone else's night.
It's not.
Exactly.
It's not. Never. Anywho, I did forget to mention, these are my friends. My friends are these kind of people. They watch me go up in flames. And whilst I'm cooking their food for them, they're memeing me. They're making memes about me before I even get medical
until after you were
treatment.
at the hospital.
Yeah, before I even get medical treatment, they had uploaded this to Instagram. Like literally while I'm sitting next to them, they're uploading this crap to Instagram. So yeah, those are my friends.
Did they super chat you?
Yeah. All right, that's it. Let's read through these chats we've got. Then how about we jump into some what the Hales, Ozzy?
Let's do it.
All right, before we do that, we've just heard what he was up to, so make sure you get on over there to Ozzy Overlord. Subscribe to him, the ruler of the Down Underverse. Anything else to add?
No, I just like leaving you on that particular ledge. No, guys, to be frank, I've actually been kicking up the streaming. Where I can, I'm doing 2 shows a day now, roughly 12 hours apart at 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. ETD. And yeah, this morning we had our Getting to Know You stream, so we brought a few extra, like some of the smaller content creators that people may not have heard of before. It was fun. It got a little bit nerdy at times, but I think next time I'm going to stick to trying to get, some, I don't know, race car drivers or football players or basically just people that aren't going to cut me out of the entire conversation and go completely nerdy. Not that I'm in any way saying anything against them. It was a fun time, and I think I'm planning on doing another one of those probably after May. But yeah, give it a go, please. Right.
Cool beans. All right, Jinver with a £5 to kick us off. I have stick tape. Okay. All right. Alan 69, member for 14 months. I'm so glad to still be part of this wonderful family you have here on Legal Vices. Jeff, what happened to Maritime Monday? Yeah, no. See, you guys don't realize to do one Maritime Monday show, it takes hours and hours and hours of preparation that I just haven't had because of work. And then, quite frankly, suffering massive burns, I didn't really feel like it yesterday evening.
That's fair.
And I have been so busy with work the last 2 weeks. The last thing I want to do is talk more about work. So no Maritime Monday today.
That's fair.
Yeah, we're taking a health break a mental health break from Maritime Monday. It might be back next week. Stingy with the $2. The evolution of Lorax makes me uncomfortable. Makes me uncomfortable too. It's been years. Like 2019 since the stash was this short. Oh well, it'll never be this short again until I burn my face off next time.
I'm still growing into having facial hair, as weird as that sounds. But the whole, because I trim mine when it gets to a certain point above my lip. Like, am I not supposed to do that? Or
no, it's just whatever you want to do.
Okay.
You look nice and kempt. You look very kempt.
Thank you. Appreciate that.
Orderly and distinguished. I just look I just look like a slob. All right. Was it Sister's revenge for the dress? I don't know what that means.
No, it was her purple jacket that you ruined.
Oh yes. Okay. The Sister's revenge for torching her purple jacket when she was 4. Tracy, thank you, Jennifer, for that. Tracy, see, I'm far too literal. My brain isn't thinking properly today. Tracy Fagan, where are my boats today? You heard the answer to that one. Thank you very much for that, Tracy. Not this week. I just can't. Brian S. $1 for the hair growth tonic fund.
On your own.
Thanks. Thank you, Brian S. Deeply appreciated. And Island with the $2. I know you wanted to meet OJ, but not this way, Jeff. Yeah, not that much. And Lynn, member for 5 months. Love Vice Squad. Well, I love you too, Lynn. Thank you for being a member for 5 months.
If the grill isn't lit, you must have quit.
Yeah, that's a good one. Nice. Been there, done that. This Jeff is on fire. Nice. Cool. See, that's kind of cool because I sort of look like Hell Rider there. Cool. Ghost Rider, I mean. Why'd I say Hell Rider? I kind of look like Ghost Rider there. That's pretty cool. That's what it felt like, though. All right. We were just about ready to jump in this here. Miss Jackson from North Carolina gifted 1 Legal Vices membership. If you got that lucky Legal Vices membership, you make sure you give Miss Jackson a super special thanks. Thank you so much for your support. And D Wood in the house. What's up, brother? It's been a minute. $9.99. I don't think there's anything attached to that. I think it's just $9.99. Yep, it is. Thank you very much. And Island rounding us out with these super chats right now. Next barbecue invite. Make sure you aren't the entree. No way. Never. But if I am going to be, and I'm going to be the damn main course. All right.
Yeah, Sandy, I can't wait to hear what Megan has to say.
Here we go. The only thing we know about this is the Hales here in chat said, oh, this is going to be hilarious. So that doesn't give me hope because the like and subscribe poll today is during this hearing, John Cook will be the voice of reason and sanity, be better than Lynette, be a little worse than Lynette was, or be way, way worse than Lynette. And so far, that's winning with 52% of the vote.
That's what I voted for.
Well, let's find out. Hey, everybody that skipped ahead 10 or 15 minutes and realized you should have been 23 minutes. Haha, here we are. Now, see, when I go over 17, then I have to put up a little thing on the video saying, here's where it starts. All righty. In this episode, what do we have to look forward? What's the teaser to this episode? Let's find out. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. Nope, that's the wrong one. Don't make that bigger on screen.
And you were telling Michelle to suck your cow.
It's John Crook's opportunity to cross-examine me in his
all right.
We're off to the races.
That sounded sped up. Did that sound sped up to you?
Not so much, but we could probably do with the subtitles anyway, just to be safe.
That sounded really sped up.
contempt of court hearing in Ohio.
Hold on.
That's sped up somehow. But it says it's on normal speed.
Not a video. It
What
says
was
it's
that?
on normal. If you feel you need to, just drop it to like 0.75 and have it sound normal. In.
I'm gonna refresh.
You could still be in that heightened like adrenaline state as well.
And you were telling
Everything
Michelle
gets
to suck.
sped up to you.
Yeah, I mean, I'm in like a Matrix bullet time.
There you go. Jeremy
right.
says that it's sped up.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I thought so. So I just refreshed. It sounds normal now.
And you were telling Michelle to suck your cow.
It's John Crook's opportunity to cross-examine me in his contempt of court hearing in Ohio.
Hold on.
Hold on.
The moment the planet has been waiting for. John Crook admitting in Ohio court that he's guilty for violating the civil protection order. And he told, not me, but LIEnette to suck his...
We'll only discuss things that have been testified to here today in connection with the motion for contempt. Mr. Crook, do you have any questions for Mr. Hales?
Oh, yes. In the sheriff's office video.
Wait a minute.
Say that
I think we're missing a piece here.
How so?
We didn't watch his question of John Cook, did we?
Crap. Now you're going to make me go back and look. Hang on. Chat,
No,
help
we-
us
we-
out here. Did we skip a hearing?
I
Or a
think we did.
Video?
That's I believe we have because
But of course that doesn't actually exist.
we finished with Lynette. All right, here we go. Hey everybody, this is not my day, as you can tell. Da, 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 da.
Medium rare Jeff is still a good streamer.
Yeah, not really though, huh? Not today. Gotta go scrolling through the videos. I believe this should be the right one, but it's not. Oh, where are we at here? So this is about 3 weeks ago. There we go. 3 weeks ago. Cops ignore her in court. Ah, judge wants to remove him from court. Yes. Okay. There we go. I found it. We did skip one. All right. Hey, I figured it out because I am so smart. SMRT.
Schmexcellent.
Oh my. That's a really, really bad freeze frame on Jeremy. So I'm just going to play a little bit. There we go. That's not much better, but it's way better than the first one. All right, let's just stop this screen. Bring up the right one. Share screen. Judge. Yes, I guess the judge has to attempt to remove him from court before he tells the judge, Lynette, to suck his bleep.
Are we actually allowed to use the C word or not?
Which one?
The one that they keep bleeping, obviously.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
Don't leave that in my hands because you know damn well that I'll use it.
Well, I don't think we should use either of the C words.
Okay.
Just
saying. That's all I needed to know the boundaries for, okay?
At least not like right at the beginning of the show.
Found the planet's dumbest criminal. We're jumping right into John Crook's contempt of court hearing. I understand it's going to be a little rough to hear him, but some of the dumbest things come out of his mouth. If you've got earbuds, make sure you put them in, or watch on your TV, jack the volume up all the way. This is an issue that happened in court because of technology issues where his sound will be low, but everybody else's will be high. But I promise it's worth listening to the entire thing. He's going to say something along the lines of, he told LIEnette to suck his.
You better.
We're off to a good start when the first thing that Jeremy has to say is, "Oh, man alive." Now, that's setting the bar real high.
Mm-hmm.
Deserve double for having to listen.
My lawyer jokingly says he's billing me double after our hearing of contempt of court with LIEnette. Her voice is excruciating. Both of these individuals are absolutely horrific people.
My goodness, I got such a headache. Yeah. I can't take it. I swear, I'm moving to an island.
I'm moving to an island. I can't take her voice anymore.
I wanted to talk about the good stuff on this too.
Like what we did.
Yep, don't put your attention to that.
Which is unrecorded. Get ready for that.
You hear Crook threatening you? That was him because he heard what I was talking to you about. That there was a temporary song.
All right, I guess we're waiting for John to arrive or on video or something here.
And now it's on recording. Get ready for that.
After we finished LIEnette's contempt of court hearing,
yes,
LIEnette was supposed to go get Crook, who was watching the baby. By the way, LIEnette and Crook were both in the camper at the same time together the entire time. So that leads you to ask the question, who's watching the baby? Well, the judge is out now, but everything is still on record. And I'm talking to my lawyer about everything going on in Florida, where then Crook makes a threat. Recorded in court. This guy is so freaking dumb.
Mr. Cook?
Yep, I'm here.
All right, very good. We are all parties ready to proceed?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. This is case 2023-09-3594, Jeremy Hales versus John Cook. This matter is set for a hearing on a motion for contempt. Present in the hearing room is petitioner Jeremy Hales, correct?
Yes.
Also present is attorney Eli Heller for petitioner, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Present for the respondent is John Cook, proceeding via video conference, correct? Okay.
I do just want to give a shout out to Jeremy for taking literally hours of stick wiggling, making it into a video. And I was just thinking about, like, he's been sitting there like doing this with sticks for hours.
Mr. Cook, you understand why you are here?
Absolutely not.
There's not much this guy does understand in life. He's so dumb. That's what makes him so dangerous. And yet at the same time, he's going to try and throw everybody under the bus, including LIEnette. And he's going to admit in court under oath that he's done everything. And that'll all be used in federal court against him as well.
Okay, so you are
Hey,
here because
Jeremy,
a motion
spoiler.
for contempt was filed
Spoilers.
by Mr. Hales. So the court is proceeding on that motion for contempt.
Did I have the information on it?
You did.
Did I not get a chance to get the information so I can fight this?
Okay.
Or will I get blindsided?
Sir, did you file a request for discovery?
We called the clerk's office. They said we can't have anything.
Again.
Oh,
Again.
shit.
Again, look. First of all, your two options are not, do we get everything or do we get blindsided? Those literally are not your only two options. But in no world, anywhere, in the United States, I should say, maybe it happens somewhere else in the world, I'm not sure, but no, in no court in the United States do you call and go, I would like to know how to get the information from the other party, and the court clerk goes, you can't have it, you're not allowed. That literally doesn't happen. It can't happen.
Look, there's only one place on the planet where I could think that it could happen. You theoretically could stick your head out the window and call across the border and find out. But
Yeah, exactly.
like,
So yeah, and again,
I'll be back in a second.
all right, and again, I'm of two minds with this. I do agree that judges need to show a little bit of leeway and a little bit of flexibility when dealing with people representing themselves. But on the other hand, again, if you represent yourself, you are saying I am as qualified as a lawyer, therefore I don't need a lawyer to represent me. Whether it's a matter of can't afford it or not, what you're literally telling the clerk or the court is, I don't need a lawyer and I am qualified to do this myself. And you are held to the standards of a reasonably proficient lawyer, which means you know how to get discovery. You know how to file the motions for a continuance. You know how to do these things. And clearly they don't. And that's to their disadvantage. That's why, whatever it takes, always get a lawyer if there is even the slightest possibility that you can afford one. Do it. And it's like, well, we live in these little humble surroundings, they may say. They may say we don't have jobs, or I have no idea if they actually have real jobs or not. But they've got expensive vehicles and two really nice trailers. You can fund things with those. I'm just saying it's a double-edged sword. I feel sorry for the theory that this can happen to people that represent themselves, but I also am not really very sympathetic, because you make that declaration when you say you're going to represent yourself that you are exactly as qualified as a reasonably proficient lawyer.
Or that you can muddle your way through without looking like a complete nut of dick.
Yeah. So, all right, with that little spiel out of the way.
Even asked the clerk's office to appeal this. They said it's not appealable.
Okay. So, sir, I'm going to ask you a question. You can answer it yes or no. Did you file a request for discovery?
No.
Okay. So you have a right. This is a civil proceeding. As part of that civil proceeding, you can file for discovery. That discovery would give you the information that would be presented by plaintiff's counsel. You did not file a request for discovery, so we are proceeding forward. Sir, it is not the Sir, it is not the responsibility of the clerk of courts. and or my office to give you legal advice. You are a respondent in a civil case. Okay, so you're a respondent in a civil case. So as that, you have to follow the same rules as anybody else would. So
not the best idea to start attacking the judge and her office and her co-workers and those who work under her going into the courtroom. Now, you have to also understand Crook, even though he has not been in court in Florida as of yet, he knows that LIEnette has been getting her way with the corrupt Judge Craig DeThomasis. And so he already feels empowered. What's happened because Florida, Levy County deputies, the court system, Judge DeThomasis have empowered these two to continue to do more and more and more instead of the consequences that they deserve. And now,
well, see, that's a good point. We talked about that last time when we were watching part 2 of Lynette's deal, that the way that Judge Grudge is acting there in Florida makes them think that they own the courtroom, because he was bending over backwards, 6 ways to Sunday to accept and to accommodate every single request she made nearly. And they think it's their right. They think they're entitled to this.
Yeah, and I think that the whole thing with how he's handled it, it's like I said initially, when you are up against someone that's appearing pro se, you expect the judge to hold their hand a little bit.
Yeah.
As you said, he bent over backwards and didn't take into account, as bad as it sounds. And look, the court's generally not supposed to, but he didn't take into account their personalities, their backgrounds, their whatever else you want to call it. Their I can't use the R word. Their inability to comprehend anything beyond the 3rd grade level, shall we say. And by doing that, he's effectively enabled a pair of spoiled children. And now they're expecting it from everyone.
Well, exactly. And I mean, what do you want people? The criticism is, she's a pro Hales judge. She's not a pro Hales judge. It's just that Jeremy has a lawyer who knows how not to do shit to get yelled at. She took Jeremy to task a couple of times during Lynette's part of the hearings. It's just that he's got a lawyer that doesn't do dumb shit that gets him in trouble with the judge, like they're doing. So it's not that she's pro Hales, it's that she's a good judge doing her job and holding them both to the same standards. One is able to meet those standards because he has a lawyer. The other side doesn't.
All of a sudden, they're finding out they can't just do whatever they want.
This matter is proceeding forward today. So, Mr. Heller, you may call your first witness.
This time I'll call Jeremy Hales.
Okay, Mr. Hales, raise your right hand, please. Do you swear or affirm to testify truthfully in this matter under penalty of law?
I do.
Thank you.
Oh, he just married the judge.
We're here today. Can you spell your last name for the record?
Hales.
Yeah, there's an S at the end. I'm shocked as much as everybody else how anybody keeps saying Hale. What the hell? It's Hales. Hales. Believe it or not, it's not really a $sign. It is.
How hard was it raining that day that the rain is being picked up so well on that microphone? It's like it's making me relax.
It ain't me because I'm muted.
Yeah, no, I guess it was raining heavily there that day in the Chateau Hales. But yeah, it's making me relaxed with all the listening to the rain in the background. And while we're here, let's do this. MG Law with the $5. You know how the Maritime Monday cannibalism is supposed to go. You are to eat the long pork, not be the long pork. Yeah, all right. Insert barbecue law racks jokes here, everybody. Come on. At least you pay to say them. Thank you, MG. Appreciate it. And Shelby Fogg. Lighter fluid fund. Yeah, we're done with lighter fluid for a while, I guess. See Winter Storm. People's new greeting to Jeff. Aloe. Yeah, aloe. Yeah. Anyway, yeah. All right, let's go. Thanks, people, I guess.
Is the letter S.
And Jeremy, you have a protection order against Mr. Cook, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And it was ordered by this court and granted by this court in October of this year, is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Since being granted your civil protection order against Mr. Cook, has he stopped his behavior of harassment?
No.
So first thing I want to do is I'm going to bring your attention to what we are going to mark as Exhibit A.
It's the Fonzie exhibit. Hey.
I'm now showing you what is being marked as Exhibit A.
Hey.
Can you see that, Mr. Hales?
Yes, sir.
This is a,
I'm going to object, but this stuff was brought up in the last court case. Are you going to try it twice?
Okay, so I will ask counsel, can you please determine what the date of this post is?
yes. Mr. Hales, when was this? Did you take the screenshot?
I think you just totally ghosted John Cook. He's like, what? Is there going to be tried twice for the same thing? This was brought up in the last hearing. He's like, so what day was your exhibit there made? Totally ghost him. Doesn't even rule on the objection. Just ghosts him.
Yep.
Yes, I did.
Do you remember when you took the screenshot?
After the civil protection order was granted.
Was it on or about October 25th of 2023?
October 25th, 2023.
And
You brought it up before.
Okay, so I appreciate your objection, sir, but I'm going to overrule it. Please proceed, Mr. Heller.
so Exhibit A here that you took a picture of in October after we had our hearing on the protection order. Can you read the caption at the top?
Yes, John Cook, admin of Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors.
Ooh.
Moral perjury against saying what we posted. This is, in fact, who does this say posted it. On its way to the judge, TY, for sending it my way.
So this screenshot now of a large amount of X toys, this was posted again by Mr. John Cook. Is that correct?
Yes, sir, after the civil protection order was
I
granted.
object, because I can show you it's got Jeremy Hales' name on it. If you let me, I could show you that he posted it.
So, Mr. Cook, you can object to testimony, but this is not your opportunity to give your own testimony and evidence. The objection is overruled. Mr. Heller, put your next question.
Okay, posting this in a public forum, Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors, did this cause you embarrassment?
Yes, sir.
Did it cause you fear?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe this is a violation of the protection order to directly reference the court case here in Ohio?
I'm sorry, what?
It's a picture of hundreds of dildos. All right. Was that like from her private stash or what?
Oh God, they're all tortoise dildos.
Oh no. Oh no, they're all vaguely turtle shaped.
You're
Oh
from Bad
dear.
Dragon, the Lynette.
Wow. Wow. All right. Hundreds of dildos. Awesome. And speaking of hundreds of dildos, we got 808 people here and only 350 likes. 500 of you haven't done your job. 500 of you, get down there right now. Don't make me scream like a Muppet, as Megan says. It's my Muppet voice. All right. 500 of you haven't hit that like button. 500 of you need to get down there right now. Slap that like button. Like this video. Get it out there. Let's get it promulgated out there through the YouTube algorithm that, hey, there's something going on right now that's really super awesome that everybody should come and check out. 815 of you here, 381 likes. Smash that like button. And while you're at it, get a little click on the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. And double check to make sure you still are if you have. All right, we'll check in on you in a little bit here. I expect you to do your, okay, we're up over to 400 now. Keep it going, people. You know how to hit that like button. Hit it like you ain't hit it in a long time.
Absolutely.
Do you believe it's a violation of the protection order to directly reference you again and with a post that does have your name on it, claiming that you made this screenshot?
Yes, sir.
Did you in fact post these group X toys?
No, sir.
And you believe this was done to silly harass you as well as cause you to live in fear?
Yes, sir.
Moving on, I'm going to show you what's being marked as exhibit.
They made memes of me posting hundreds of dildos, selling them for $1 each. Obviously, they created it and posted. Oh, great. Lovely
B.
people.
Can you tell the court what this is?
Yes, this is an event that we hosted, Christmas in the Creek in Otter Creek, where over $100,000 worth of toys gifted from people around the world were given away to children in Levy County, where thousands upon thousands actually lined up and received toys from Santa Claus and Mrs. Claus and many, many elves.
And you posted this invitation in the Citizens of Levy County group, is that correct?
That group and many others, yes.
And so
I checked because it says somebody else posted it. Comes up with a Christina, whatever it is, posted that.
Okay. Sustain.
so this is an
Chalk one up in the V category in the W column for John. He got a sustained objection.
See, I'm so used to him screwing up that I didn't even pay attention. What was the objection?
That it says it was this post says it was posted by someone else, not him.
Oh, so here's okay.
Yeah.
an event that you host and you try to spread the word on. Is that correct?
Yes.
And on the bottom of Exhibit B here, we have a response by a Mr. John Cook. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Can you read what it says?
Reggie Stacy, no, comma, but they'll film your children and use them in their next videos to make money on them.
Okay, and when it says John Cook, that do you believe that to be the same John Cook that is here in court with us today virtually?
Yes, sir.
I can't even see my stuff there.
That's a great objection. Objection, I can't see my stuff.
Okay, one, I'm still having issues because in my mind, the lawyer's voice still doesn't match the picture that's the stick. Like the stick to me looks so much more butch than his voice does. Jeremy, that's no like inference on your lawyer. I'm just saying it doesn't match in my mind. Objection, I can't see my stuff. Well, dude, look down in the shower a little more often. Like seriously.
Well, it's all he's got bandages all the way up to his crotch, so they may go a little farther than up to his crotch. I don't know.
I really don't want to think about it.
He's gone septic.
Hold on. I can have Mr. Heller make that bigger.
Yes.
If you haven't caught on yet, Crook is going to lie through his tooth.
Dang it. I didn't expect we had to have a judge phrasing button here. I wasn't ready for that.
Phrasing.
There we go.
And he's going to object to absolutely everything. There's nothing that happens during this hearing that he doesn't object to.
All right, Mr. Cook, can you see that now?
Yeah, but what I can't see is what my circle with my stuff I was using, because they keep changing it around on me. So
Who
What
keeps
does that
changing it
mean?
around on you?
What circle? I can't see the stuff on my circle because they.
I'm imagining that they're sitting in the room in front of the laptop without a half decent mic, which is driving me insane, and they've just got paperwork or inner circle around them on the floor.
Yeah, the audio is apparently on the court side. They don't have it like it's coming apparently through a computer, and it's just like a microphone is picking up the audio from the computer. I guess they couldn't find a speaker for the computer.
There's a fucking ACJ. Your Honor, you can just plug it directly into the system. But anyway,
He's talking about his Facebook profile picture and how can they change his Facebook?
Oh, that circle. Okay. Oh,
wait.
Okay.
They keep changing my What? The only person that can change the profile picture is you.
Yup. I'm glad we finally figured out what the. Thank you for interpreting cookies for us, and not the good, delicious kind of cookies, just like the cookies. They keep changing my pictures in the circle thing and stuff. The Facebook circle where your profile picture is. Got it.
The profile picture. Crook is the only one that can change his picture.
I don't know what that one is.
Okay, overruled. Mr. Heller, continue.
Okay.
And by the way, I can check again. I'm not posting to him. If that was me, which it wasn't, it still comes up. I wasn't posting to him.
Okay. Mr. Heller, ask
Now-
your question,
I'm
please.
now showing you what's being marked as Exhibit C.
Yes.
This is a checking of who's reacting to your post. Is that correct?
To my personal post about Christmas in the Creek. Yes.
And this was in December of 2023.
Yes, sir.
And what is the first name you see there in your post?
John Cook.
And he reacted to your posting for Christmas in the Creek by using what emoji?
An angry face.
Do you believe this is direct communication with you?
I do believe it's absolutely direct communication. And he did it on more than one post.
And
object, but this one could be me.
Hold on, sir. You are not under oath. This is not your opportunity to present your testimony or evidence.
This is a recording. She just needs to have that on like
Yeah,
that
she
needs to
to
be
go.
on her judicial soundboard. Yeah, she needs the this is not your time to give testimony.
Right next to you.
You're an idiot.
Exactly.
Write this down.
Right. You will be given an opportunity to cross-examine Mr. Hale, and then you'll be given an opportunity to present your own testimony and evidence. Proceed, Mr. Heller.
all right, I'm now showing you what I'm marking as Exhibit D. This is a screenshot of Mr. Cook's Facebook page. Is that correct?
Yes, after clicking on his communication with my post, this is what pops up as his Facebook profile.
And inside the circle is the phrase, common sense is a flower that doesn't grow in everyone's garden. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Ironic that Crook would put that as his profile picture when this is the same guy that just objected and then went, oh, wait, well, it could be me.
And then below that is a profile picture moving down of a little girl. Do you believe that to be Mr. Cook's granddaughter?
I believe that to be a little child by the name of Harley.
And
That's my daughter.
Odd that Crook would say that's his daughter when LIEnette clearly states in post that it's not. It's her daughter, and that Crook is not the father or stepfather.
We're allowed to be
adoptive
anywhere
father,
near the kid,
any type
apparently.
of father whatsoever. LIEnette loves to post. She's a single mom doing it all by
She's a
herself.
single mommy.
She
She's a
never
single mommy.
ever attributes any fatherhood or help to Crook.
And all of these things would lead you to believe that this is Mr. Cook's Facebook post and profile that responded to your previous post.
Yes, Mr. Cook was communicating.
I gotta object to my daughter's pictures of
Overruled.
mine.
Overruled.
So, I'm sorry. So these things have caused you to feel fear and anxiety.
Yes, sir.
Now, in addition to this, when you arrived in Otter Creek, Florida, after getting this protection order, probably on or about the 30th day of October, who happened to pull into the police sheriff's station where you were?
Lynette Preston and John Cook.
Dun dun dun.
And how were you able to identify that it was them?
I saw them directly.
Okay, and what vehicle were they traveling in?
A white Jeep Gladiator.
When you saw them in the white Jeep Gladiator, where did the Jeep Gladiator go in relation to your own vehicle?
Right next to my own vehicle and parked and stayed.
I objected that one because that's gonna be on the sheriff's video.
Over.
Perjury.
There goes the judge again. Overruled. I love it when the judge sighs.
Oh, she's totally had enough of this as it is.
Okay, people, there's 894 of you here now watching, and only 495 likes. 400 if you get down there and do it right now. But if any of you 892 ever find yourself in court, and you happen to be giving testimony or asking questions, and you talk, and the first thing the judge does is goes, "It's not going well for you." Just saying, it's not going well for you. And the judge's initial reaction to anything you say is,
It's literally the judge in their mind going, for fuck's sake.
exactly. All right, listen to Judge Cy McSy face here.
That's gonna be on the sheriff's video.
Over.
You are perjuring yourself. Keep going, keep going.
Hold on. Mr. Cook.
Oh my Lord. I don't know if y'all heard that. He's like, just but fine, keep going. Don't get that way with the judge because I don't think she's gonna like it. Lancelot 652 with the $5 super chat says you look like a country singer with your mustache gone. well, thank you very much. Hope it's someone sexy. Whatever happened to Dwight Yoakam? Is he still around? Or did he die? I think he died. Did he die? I can't remember if he died. Oh well. Yeah, I think he did, didn't he? All right. ADHD. I'm off the ADHD bus. Bye. Let's thank you very much, Lancelot.
You don't get to object just because you don't like what Mr. Hales is saying. You can only object if there's a reason for you to object. So, okay.
Nope, he's still alive. Nope.
He would just happen though.
Yeah.
Just like,
nope.
Just because you don't like what he has to say is not a reason for you to object. I object.
Yeah. Nope. Yeah. Yes, I. Oh dear.
No, Em and Marissa, it's because Billy's so fucking litigious. Sorry, just it was easier to respond to that one than chat.
Yeah. All right. I know Dwight Yoakam. I thought he died of some sort of cancer thing, but apparently not because I Googled it and I see it didn't. All right, let's go.
So, okay. Overruled. Overruled. Continue.
Okay, and
He wants to talk about the sheriff video. I have it on video. I've shared it many times on video. We don't have to go to the sheriff video. I've already been sharing video, and I am not lying. They park right next to my truck and my trailer. I'm not going to show the video again because I've shown it so many times, but you can always go back and watch it in the Otter Creek. These two are Otter Freaks playlist.
Yeah, they're auto freaks. They got hundreds of dildos to take pictures of. They're freaky.
did you go to Florida right away after finishing this protection order hearing?
No, I waited till I had a copy of the civil protection orders.
And you did that because why?
I wanted to take them directly to the Levy County Sheriff's Station for our own protection.
LIEnette's
And
a
so when you
super
walk
freak.
out of the sheriff's station and you
She's
see
super
Miss
freak.
Cook and Mr. Cook and Miss Preston,
Auditors are in the creek. In the creek. They're in the creek. Yeah.
I'm sorry I paused, people.
how does that make you feel?
Scared. And I have video of it. I go back in, I ask for help. I ask for the deputies to do something.
And I object. What?
Okay.
Uh-oh. Now John's sighing. Okay, dog, stop.
Now,
the
in
damn
addition to this,
camera. Come on.
Mr. Cook, there's been other instances where you've had interaction, Mr. Hales, where you've had interactions with Mr. Cook. Is that correct?
Yes.
On or about November 13th of 2023, did you have an opportunity where you left your property and had an interaction with Mr. Cook?
Yes.
Can you describe that to the court?
Yes. Leaving my property to go over to another of my properties, my schoolhouse where I work. Mr. Cook was in the road.
And what
It's Toby Keith is
Overruled.
who I
and
was.
what happened when you saw Mr. Cook in the road?
Overruled.
I stopped the vehicle. I said 10 feet. Then I moved slowly. I said 10 feet. Then Mr. Cook told me to suck his.
Hold on. Mr. Cook, I'm going to caution you. This is not your opportunity to make comments.
Speaking a lot because I try to write all this stuff down because I wasn't allowed to have this.
Okay.
I'm speaking a lot because I'm writing stuff down.
I'm assuming that's along the same lines as the type of people that turn the radio down when they're parking.
No, I do that because I have to concentrate. It's people who move their mouth when they read to themselves.
Ah.
You don't turn down the radio like when you're in unfamiliar territory or you're like doing a traffic maneuver.
Maybe that's not what I meant to say. I know that it's like oh look, doesn't matter. You talk with your pen. Well, sometimes. Hold these D in contempt. I don't think they got cuffs small enough.
This is weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm talking a lot.
That's what it was. Lowering the volume so you can see better.
Oh, yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm talking a lot because I'm writing stuff down.
So he talks to himself as he's writing it down so that he can not helping your case here, John.
So I'm doing this out of my head right now.
So then, Mr. Cook,
I'm sorry if
do you want me to mute?
He's interrupted the court 3 times while she's telling him not to interrupt. She's lecturing him on interrupting, and he's interrupted her 3 times. Oh, no. Do you realize Preston is in the room with him telling him what to say? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, no. Wow.
But that's because we don't have to concentrate. We just do it naturally.
Yeah. Good God. And again, if the judge is yelling at you and admonishing you for interrupting her, don't interrupt her 3 times during that particular monologue of hers.
If she's literally trying to interrupt you to say, do you want me to mute you so that you can do whatever? Shut up.
Do you want me to mute you?
you control everything.
Okay.
Yeah, she
I'm
does.
giving you the opportunity to leave your audio on. However, if you continue to speak out, then I will mute you and then unmute you when I am ready to hear from you again. So I will give you one more opportunity. If you do speak out, then I will mute you. Continue, Mr. Heller.
All right. And so in this instance, you said you drove by and you told Mr. Cook 10 feet.
So I stopped, told him 10 feet. He did not move. I went slowly, said 10 feet. He did not move. Then as I passed him, he said, suck my.
And you were able to hear that?
Yes, sir.
And that was direct communication with you?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that's a violation of the court order?
Yes, sir.
And that he didn't clear the road when he saw you coming?
Yes, sir.
Did you happen to record that?
Yes, sir.
I'm now going to be showing you
Audio clip
our
time.
exhibit, which is going to be video exhibit 1.
Oh, your screen. Oh, there it is. Okay.
What, no, hold on here.
Mr. Cook, can you identify the video that you see right here? Mr. Hales, can you identify the video you see right here?
Yes, this video was taken by
George.
And she's in the passenger seat of your vehicle, is that correct?
Yes.
And you're in the driver's seat?
Yes.
And this is a true and accurate depiction of this day?
Yes.
Let's start at the beginning.
It's a very good place to start.
This is the same video LIEnette wanted to give the courts as evidence, which we obviously are giving the courts as evidence. The evidence proves they violated the civil protection order. How dumb do you have to be to want to give a video to the court that the opposing party is giving to the court?
Ooh, we even got thunder in the background. This is like one of those because I used to, when I would be horrifically insomniac-ish, I would listen to those like thunderstorm recordings. And this is just like Pavlov's dog thing for me. Like whenever it cuts here to Jeremy and you can hear like the rain and that thunder, it just like makes me want to go right to sleep. That's how I would get to sleep when I couldn't. I would like listen to the recordings of thunderstorms and rainstorms and
yeah, thunderstorm ASMR and that sort of thing. We used to use that to try and put Scarlett to sleep all the time, and then we had to switch to like almost like never mind. I know I went down that track.
Well, Connor's thing was when my son Connor wouldn't sleep as a baby, I would sing him Jim Reeves' "Good Night, Irene," and he would be out in about 30 seconds. I Pavloved his ass.
Oh, good God, Dad's singing again. I need to sleep.
Yeah, pretty much.
To give a video to the court that the opposing party is giving to the court, proving that you broke the law.
Oh, there's Lynette in the background going, "Keep going, John." I don't know if y'all heard that, but keep going, John. You're all right.
So again, I gotta.
Oh, this is the video. Okay. All right. I thought she was okay. Brr, they've already started playing the video. The infamous 10 feet. Should I show the 10-foot clip? Should I show the 10-foot video clip? 10-foot pole? Nah, I won't do that to you guys.
Hold on.
Yeah, no.
Hold on. Hold on. Mr. Cook, you will be given an opportunity to cross-examine and present your testimony and evidence. Play the video. Nobody talk during the video.
Why would he object when LIEnette wants it as evidence? And LIEnette is in the camper with him. You're going to see that later, okay? But the insanity of objecting when LIEnette is wanting this as evidence. You either want it or you don't want it. I'm going to show you exactly what happened, and then we can watch what happened in court as we all viewed it together.
Keep going, John. You're all right.
10 feet.
You're all right.
10 feet.
You're all right, John.
John is within 4 feet of a truck right now, and he's communicating. He just said, suck his.
What on earth is he doing?
Now he's still talking, saying 10 feet, yelling 10 feet. They both were within 10 feet. Thankfully, LIEnette recorded it too and posted it all over the internet. And her vantage point is even
And started
better
a lawtube feud.
They violated the protection order. So let's look at that next.
You're all right. You're all right. Keep going, John.
Nice truck.
You're all right. You're all right. You're all right, John.
Why is he dragging a measuring tape?
John didn't say anything. He's talking to me. We're busy doing our thing. Shut up. You can talk to me all you want. I know, and the lady from Akron is on the phone. She's hearing all of it. The advocate's on the phone. She's listening to all of it.
Anyone with even half a brain
Wow.
knows you can't
All right.
be on the phone with somebody and record video at the same time. Cell phones don't work that way, and neither did it with LIEnette. But what did work is she proved that they violated and broke the civil protection orders yet again.
Meanwhile, back in court.
John is within 4 feet of a truck right now. And he's communicating. He just said, suck his. Now he's still talking, saying 10 feet, yelling 10 feet. They both were within 10 feet.
Mr. Hales, is that a true and accurate video representation of your interaction with Mr. Cook that day?
Yes, sir.
Is that edited or changed in any way from its original format?
No, sir.
And in that video there, it's hard to hear Mr. Cook say suck my. Do you believe that you audibly heard him say that?
Yes, sir.
And then when you were driving away, you believe he started yelling 10 feet at you. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And do you believe this is a direct violation of the protection?
Yes, sir.
I'm now going to show you more recently another video from the 30th of November. Never mind that.
No, that is the one where she looks directly at
George.
Oh, this is
and then
the
you see
Okay.
her talking that that's the right one.
Gotcha. Well, for Mr. Crook, I'm going to show this video from December 31st of this year. There's been additional interaction with Mr. Crook and your partner
George.
Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Are you aware of what happened around the 31st of December?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the court what happened?
Yes, Mark
George
was driving from our home and in Otter Creek over to our business at the schoolhouse, and John Cook was yelling at her, communicating directly with her.
Okay. And what did
George
do as a response to that?
Nothing. Film. We film. We particularly every time we exit our property, we film because we don't know what's going to happen next for our safety.
You're not even supposed to be filming me.
Overruled.
What Crook is referring to at this point in time, there's a temporary injunction on me in Florida. It's with LIEnette. It has nothing, absolutely nothing to do with Crook. LIEnette left them out all on his own. Remember, she's a single mom raising 8 kids, 23 grandkids, all by herself. She has to do it. She has no help. Nothing.
Jerry says, "What's the running joke about saying George?" It's not a running joke. It's just his partner's middle name is George, and she goes by George, and so he's just protecting as far as possible her actual name. So it's just it's a replacement for her because they're saying her name in court, and he's just replacing it with what she goes by, George.
And no protection for Crook whatsoever. But that's the reality. He wanted her. He stayed with her.
Okay, so Mr. Cook also yelled at
George.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And she gave you this video?
Yes.
And you reviewed this video in preparation for today's court?
Yes.
You believe it to be an accurate depiction of that interaction?
Yes.
I still have the other video on my screen.
I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm now showing Exhibit 2 from the flash drive. Is this a video that Mr.
George
Cook provided to you in preparation for print?
Yes.
It's an accurate copy of that?
Yes.
Unedited?
Yes.
This property here is the Preston and Cook property.
Yes.
And you can't hear any audio in that part, but can you explain what the court's seeing right here?
Yes.
Hold on. There was an objection. What is your objection, sir?
If there's no audio, it's hearsay.
Okay. I'm going to let Mr. Heller ask his question, and then if you feel you need to object, you can do so. What's your question, Mr. Heller?
While the audio is hard to hear, this next part of the video here shows
George
interacting with police. Why is that?
Because
George
contacted Levy County Sheriff to report the incident.
And she made a report because she heard Mr. Cook make audible comments to her. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And as a result of that, she attempted to file a police report or have a criminal charge filed.
Yes, there is a case number. And then the Levy County Sheriff goes and discusses the issue with John Cook. The Levy County Sheriff deputy then calls
George
back and says John admits that he was communicating with her, yelling, "Stop filming me."
So the alleged verbal contact then was yelling, "Stop filming me."
According to the deputy after he talked to John Cook.
And again, I object because she's not even allowed to film me. Neither is he. Neither one of them.
Overruled on that objection.
Both George and I have every legal right to film from legal vantage points. Now, those rights vary and the legalities vary from state to state. If we are filming from a public road, we can.
All right, I'm going to say this once and only once. If people don't want their name out there, If they're not actively putting them out there, if they say they don't want them there, I will not allow you to dox people in chat. If people want to find out people's real names, they know where to go and they know what to do. We respectfully ask not to put people's real names that don't want their real names out there in chat. You do it, you're gone. I'm sorry. It's just, it's the policy. There's no reason to do it other than to piss people off. You've been asked nicely not to do it, so please don't. That's the one time I'm going to say it.
Film him anywhere and everywhere. If he's in a public place, we can film him anywhere and everywhere. If we're on our properties, we can film him. I can walk out into my property right now across the street from their property and I can film them. It's my legal right. Now, if Judge DeThomasis says, no, you can't film them, well, he's breaking the law, not me. And that's why we've gone ahead to get him dismissed, and we're fighting to have him actually debenched.
And again, I want to hear the audio.
So this is the sheriff coming to talk to me.
George.
Yes, sir.
And she gave this video to you in preparation for today.
Yes, sir.
No, but we know what he meant. And if not, it should be. Debenched should be a word. Because it makes it's a perfectly cromulent word. So she's saying I record every time I drive by for my own protection and things like that. In case you can't hear it, because I can barely hear it because my volume was ridiculously loud.
So to spare the court time here,
George
makes a police report based on that incident on December 31st.
Yes, sir.
Do you believe that Mr. Cook yelling, "Stop filming me" at me
George
is a violation of the protection order?
Yes, sir.
Are you concerned that Mr. Cook still has access to a firearm?
Yes, sir. Very concerned.
Fair enough.
Now, in addition to this, have there been other instances where Mr. Cook has had interaction that you haven't had opportunity to film?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell the court when those have been?
There have been 3 hearings in Levy County thus far in regards to an injunction that Lynette Preston has filed against me. And at each hearing, John Cook has
nothing to do with me.
Hold on.
I'm not involved in the Florida case.
First smart thing Crook has even said. He's not involved. We just debunked him yet again. We can film him. Anyone can film him at any point in time for any reason, as long as it's under the legalities of the law. Although he is involved in the Florida case. He's one of our star witnesses against LIEnette.
Overruled. I have not heard, and I completely agree, Mr. Cook, that we are not going into the details of the merits of the Florida case at all. So, but I'm going to let Mr. Hales continue, and if what I hear him say is not relevant, then the court will not consider it in connection with this motion. Continue.
Okay. So at these hearings that Mr. Cook is not a part of, has he been present outside the courtroom?
in all 3 hearings that he is not a part of, he has been present on a public road outside of the courtroom, attempting to communicate with both Mark
George
and I, yelling things, and within 500 feet.
What things have you heard him yell specifically?
Vulgar things, same thing as suck my, stop recording me, things along those lines.
Overruled.
I would like to see this.
And you didn't
just
happen to
did.
record those because you were heading into court, is that correct?
Correct. I did not record as we were heading into court.
And him yelling these vulgar things, you believe this was communication directly towards you?
Yes, sir.
And communication meant to intimidate and harass you?
Yes, sir.
And you believe it's a violation of this court's order saying he's to have no communication?
Yes, sir.
Are you asking this court to pay your attorney's fees and to find him in contempt?
Yes, sir.
Do you believe also that his posting and responding directly to your online post to be a violation of this protection order?
Yes, sir.
Communication with you.
Yes, sir.
And you're asking the court to grant you attorney's fees for this, as well as find him in contempt for violating this court's orders.
Yes, sir.
Is there anything else you'd like this court to know about the behavior that Mr. Cook has been doing?
We would ask the court to remove all firearms from the property.
I object. There's absolutely no reason for that. I'm not the one who threatened to shoot somebody with M16s.
Objection, move to strike.
It was you.
Overruled. You can make the motion. The court will take any motions made under consideration.
Nothing further at this time, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. Mr. Cook, this is your opportunity to ask Mr. Hales questions on cross-examination. Can you please take down the screen sharing?
Yes, Your Honor.
We will not rehash the original protection order. We will only discuss things that have been testified to here today in connection with the motion for contempt. Mr. Cook, do you have any questions for Mr. Hales?
Oh, yes. In the sheriff's office video, when you say that I, stalked you to the sheriff's office, do you actually have a video that shows where I parked?
It's about to get good. I'm going to battle with an unarmed man. And he's going to even admit in court that he said, suck my, but he says he said it to Lynette.
All right. Here we go for round 2. Ding, 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 ding. Now we get to watch the video that we started watching at the beginning of the show. Ahem. But before we do that, it's time for our little past the midstream grift. First of all, Lancelot 652 already did. You look like a country singer with that. Yeah, well, thank you again. You got a 2 for with that one. And Janice Baldwin. What was that?
It was just that funny.
It was. Janice Baldwin. I know you're bummed out about your facial hair, but I think you're pretty handsome. Well, thank you very much, Janice Baldwin.
It does actually make you look a little bit younger.
Yeah, but there's the silver fox thing is real. Ladies like the stash. Tickles the lady bits. Anyway,
too much information.
Not enough for some. Right. Anywho, as I was saying, we're a little over halfway. We've got over 620 likes. Thank you so much, everybody. Currently 943 concurrent viewers. Make sure the other 320 of you get down there and smash that like button. Just smash it like there's no tomorrow, only once, or at least an odd number of times. Don't smash it an even number of times. Thank you very much for doing that. And please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, why not? You've been here, you enjoy it. This is what we do. We're covering What the Hales quite a bit these days because it's some again, I don't really care about the personal interactions between the two people. The legal stuff is just wild on everywhere, whether it's in Florida or Ohio. It's just wild stuff, and we're covering it. And we're also doing the Clayton Eckert tonsil twins, the woman who claimed to have been pregnant with twins from a little bit of oral copulation. We're going to be talking about that for the next couple of days. We do retro trials every Thursday. Every Friday is kind of an up in the air thing. Sometimes we do chill streams. Sometimes we do boozy griftathon streams. Sometimes we just continue business as usual. But hey, give me a chance. Hit that subscribe button. It costs you nothing. You could have done it already while I was talking. You can still do it. You can just do that and then forget about it unless you check to make sure that you're still subscribed, which everybody should because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. So do that. And let's look at our like and subscribe poll here. And then we'll talk about Aussie Overlord. The like and subscribe poll today. During this hearing, John Cook will, 15% of you say, be the voice of reason and sanity. Well, that's very optimistic. You 15%. 19% of you say he'll be better than Lynette. So far, I think he's been about equal. 17% of you say he'll be a little worse than Lynette. And a full 49%, just below one half of you have said be way, way worse than Lynette. Now, if that's the case, I think this is where we're going to see it. Oof. So let's see what happens here when we get into part 2. But first, Aussie Overlord. Grift away.
Well, guys, Aussie Overlord, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, pretty much anywhere and everywhere on social media for the time being until the government decides to shut me down. Not trying to sound like a conspiracy theorist, but now that I'm following Elon Musk versus the Australian E-Safety Commissioner, it's becoming a little bit more obvious that I may fall into the category of mis or disinformation because I call the government out on their bullshit. But yeah, today we talked about a comedian and a woman bringing her 7-month-old kid to a comedy show, and her feeling a little bit what was she used? Humiliated because she was asked to leave because the kid was screaming the house down in front of 700 people. Beyond that, we had an update on Erin Patterson and the mushroom killer case here in Victoria. And the DOJ handed out a $9.9 million penalty to a Montana man who was using robocalls to basically harass people after the fact when, people had died or, basically just generally being a dick. So these days I'm generally doing 2 shows a day around the 12-hour mark, which is 8 a.m. and 8 p.m. Eastern. But yeah, give it a check out and see whether or not it's worth your time. I do my best to bring you opinions, underappreciated cases, and occasionally little tidbits of legal information.
Aussie Overlord. That's the name of the channel, and that's where you can find him. And if you hadn't noticed, he's Australian. And he's going to bring us the case of Les Patterson and the murder mushrooms.
It's going to be fun. She's actually pushing for the hearing to be pushed out. So the committal hearing, so the arraignment, she wants to push it out by 12 months so that it can take place in a rural town, so that she can be judged by a jury of her peers. And the prosecution department's like, yeah, no, we want this to happen as soon as possible so we can get it into the Supreme Court. Wow, and Big League Chew, when it's like a few months old, is not nice.
Oh my God, you're eating Big League Chew?
Uh-huh.
Oh my Lord, that was my elementary school. Because that's back when all the baseball players used to chew tobacco, and they made the Big League Chew. So we could pretend we were chewing tobacco too, because that's what cool adults do. We also had fake cigarettes. They were like sugar. They were basically like hardened sugar with like little red ends on them. So yeah, we could. They sort of tasted like chalk. But yeah, we could smoke fake cigarettes. We had Big League Chew. We were hip kids, man. Barry Barnes says, "Come on, Vice Squad, hand over your cash money so Law Rex will let us look at his dogs." Damn straight. Damn straight. That's how it works. Yeah, Big League Chew. That is a throwback, isn't it? I didn't even know they made the stuff still. Cool. All righty then. Let's get back into this thing, shall we? I think we should. Now it's my turn. Sigh. Let's go.
What, stalked you to the sheriff's office? Do you actually have a video that shows where I parked?
Yes. This video has been shown many times on the channel. We're not going to show it again. But understand, you can see that in the Otter Creek playlist. And
oh my God, Captain Kieran, the shredded beef jerky in the can. Oh my Lord, that's right. They had these cans. They were exactly the same size as like chewing tobacco cans. And it was just like shredded beef jerky. So you'd like pack the beef jerky. Oh my God. I'm sorry, that was such a flashback. I had to pause the video on that one. Holy crap. I haven't thought about that for like 40 years. Holy crap. All right, that was awesome. Thank you so much for that throwback. And there we get the closed captions up. Oh my Lord. Yeah, I used to go through cans of that a day. Those are so good. Oh my gosh. All right. Enough of that. That was just a flashback that took me off guard there.
they knew we were going to be there because the evening before on our live stream, we announced the very first place we were going as we entered Florida was the Levy County Sheriff Office. And there they were waiting for us.
action with a strike.
Under 500 feet because we're pulling a trailer and you were clear across the parking lot.
He proves he knows that I was there. He knows that I was pulling a trailer. He knows my vehicle, knows where I was parked. He stalked
Is Big
me
League
there.
Chew meant to be blowing bubbles, or is it just you
Is
chew
that a
it?
question or a statement?
Yes, both.
Yes.
Oh.
Were you not all
I can't get it to blow a bubble.
parking lot?
I think it's just old.
All the way to the front with in parked in handicap? Now remember, too.
Hold on. You have to ask short, concise questions. Don't just keep talking
Okay.
because you're not giving your testimony.
Did you not park all the way on the back side of the parking lot because you were pulling your truck and a large trailer and there was no way you could even get close to the front?
I parked at the front of the actual parking lot towards the road. You and Lynette Preston parked in the handicap. Once I came out filming you, you went and moved your vehicle and parked it right next to my truck and trailer and stayed there until an actual deputy came out and forced you to move.
No. Now, did you hear the actual deputy tell us what to do?
No, I would not come within range to do that.
What the deputy told me to do.
Let's clear up a misconception with civil protection orders. One person has to remove themselves, not the other party that sought the civil protection order. I could have gone
Correct.
right up to the vehicle. I could have gone with the deputy and I would have broken nothing whatsoever. I can communicate with them and I would have broken and violated nothing whatsoever.
Correct.
So those individuals who think, oh, wait, if you have a restraining order, if you have an injunction, if you have a civil protection order, both parties have to stay away. Wrong. It's a one-way trip. That's like stating somebody committed a crime against you. They go to jail. They committed it against you. You have to go to jail as well. Wrong. Your life goes on as normal. They have the consequences of their illegal actions. And I could have went up to the vehicle, but I chose not to.
Now, he could have told me to please move.
Hold on. Nope. Mr. Hales has said he did not hear the conversation.
I'll get him when I gotta go get him. No problem.
Put your next question, please.
When you filmed me on the road, was I on a walker with my leg bandaged up to my crotch?
I did not look at your crouch. You were on a walker in the road.
Was I pulling a tape measure trying to measure the front of my property?
I do not know what you were doing in the road.
I don't either. I was kind of weird. I was wondering.
What I know is you should not have been in the road based on the civil protection order.
Civil protection order clearly states neither of them, John Crook or LIEnette, can be on a public or private road that we are on. They may not be in a public or private building that we are at. Clearly, it states that they know that and they violate it intentionally. Our lives do not change based on their illegal activities. It is their responsibility to remove themselves. And all Crook had to do is move to the side onto his property. Now, let's think about this for a second. Why was he in the road in the first place? He was not in the road to measure his property lines. He could have clearly have done that just like all the other 3 property lines. He could have done that on his actual property. He knows we're coming down the road. We stop the vehicle. We wait for him to move over. The only thing I say is 10 feet twice. Then he tells me to suck his you know what. And then I clearly state that again. Now you're going, okay, well, Jeremy, you initiated. Wrong yet again. Levy County deputies want us to clearly state the violation in the recordings so they have that for the state attorney so they can be arrested. We're doing exactly what our lawyers tell us to do. We're doing exactly what the deputies tell us to do. They legally cannot be in the road as we drive by. We gave them every opportunity to get out of the road, and he clearly violated it. She clearly violated the civil protection orders. Our lives don't change based on their illegal activities. They're responsible for the consequences of what they've done.
Again, the road is not an option. That would be why. Here's a question. Why did you leave your property when you knew that we were
Because he doesn't have to is the answer to that
The
question.
same way, the same reason why I leave my property and drive that way when you're not in the road, because that's the direction to my other property at the schoolhouse.
It's only a block farther.
Doesn't matter.
Record me and make more, how do you want to say it? Drama on your page?
I'll try and answer your question in the parts you asked it. You mentioned blocks. There are no blocks in Otter Creek. Number two, it's the normal direction that I travel from my home to my business. Number three, I record for my safety and for my safety, because you put our safety in danger on a daily basis.
Again, even when that happened, I don't put your life in danger.
Objection.
Sustained. Mr. Cook, this is your opportunity to ask questions.
Do you have driveways? This is a little off. Any kind of entrances directly in front of my property?
Yes.
How far from my driveway to either one of your driveways is it?
You figure he would know. He was the one violated the civil protection order with a tape measure in the middle of the road.
I have multiple entrance points on my property. Which one are you asking?
Sir, you were both talking over each other. I could not hear you.
No, I'm only talking. There's two entrances. One is to go to the tower, which is their entrance, and he has one to the right of me. How far is that away?
Again, I have
Hold on.
No, there's an angry judge. Holy cow. She didn't even say excuse me or just a minute. She's like, hold on. That's a judge who is tired of repeating, don't interrupt, don't talk over. Wow. I wasn't expecting that. Wow, that was a bit forceful, but hey, it's her courtroom. Her courtroom, her rules. And he's only been told about 47 times.
Again, I have
Hold on. Only one person can talk at a time. Mr. Cook, you put your question. Now stop talking so that Mr. Hales can answer the question.
As I attempted to answer before, I have multiple entrances to my 70 acres on North Otter Creek Avenue. As a matter of fact, I have four, one directly across from you. So I do not know in relation to which one you are asking about, but nor have I ever taken a tape measure out in the middle of North Otter Creek Avenue and measured them directly.
Your Honor, can I walk out with my phone, pick down, and show you he's perjuring himself because there is no driveway within 500 feet of my property.
I would have gotten away with perjury if it wasn't for his genius luring skills. For those that don't understand, that's sarcasm. Here's a picture of the driveway across from theirs. Keep in mind, this is rural Florida. Nobody has paved driveways. We just all drive on our sand.
No. Ask your next question.
I remember the day that we put concrete on our driveway. That was a special day back there in Nibley, Utah.
You also stated that said I was yelling.
That's a nice touch.
Do you actually have me yelling anything at her?
Yes, I have the video of you yelling, and I also have video of the. Yes, I have the video of you yelling.
Oh my God!
Mr. Cook, don't just keep talking. Ask the question, then stop talking. Give Mr. Hales an opportunity. Just because you don't like what he's saying, you can't talk over him. Okay. So you ask a question, Mr. Hales is going to give his answer.
Yes.
Literally the opposite of there is no pending question.
Yes, I have video of the deputy stating that you told him you were communicating. And yes, I have copies of the paperwork that Lynette Preston has filed in the Levy County courts stating that you were communicating with
me.
Lynette County Sheriff's Office.
Hi, sorry I missed your call.
That's quite okay, ma'am. I talked to Mr. Cook. Mr. Cook stated that he, made the statement of stop filming me.
I'm sure the majority of you can understand we have to film literally every single time. This is a man that's pulled a firearm out on us, not just on me, other individuals in Otter Creek. And age has nothing to do with danger, and neither does gender or race or religion or sexual preference. The aspect is something that weighs less than 2 pounds can unalive us at any moment. This individual is dangerous. And let's not forget trying to destroy my entire reputation. You can destroy a man's life immediately by trying to say they raped your daughter and they're a child rapist.
He's not wrong there.
No, he's not wrong at all.
Finish, Mr. Hales. Repeat what you said at the end.
And yes, I have copies of the paperwork that Lynette Preston has filed in the Levy County court system stating that you were communicating with
Me.
Ask your next question, please, Mr. Cook.
Let's see. You also got me yelling stuff outside of the court. You have the video or the audio of me yelling anything outside of the court.
As stated before, I have not recorded those incidences.
Okay. Now this is on the courthouse. When we were backing in, we didn't see it. Okay? But you drove by us, correct? You stayed around us.
Your Honor, may we have a brief recess? Just 5 minutes.
No, I'm not.
What I just whispered to my lawyer is, can we get like 5-minute recess? I'm on the onset of an anxiety attack, which is not the norm for me, but you have this tremendous amount of stress being within this courtroom. I've been in there for hours listening to LIEnette's garbage. Now I'm listening to Crook's garbage. They've made our lives a living. Well, you can figure it out for yourself. All of the stress, the heat, the temperature is not working, and all of a sudden it just hits me. So I request it.
We're in the middle of questioning, and unless there's some.
We can power through, Your Honor. It's just he's been in court for quite a while now, but
Okay.
we'll power through, Your Honor.
Okay. Hold on. I will allow a break, but not in the middle of questioning. Okay.
Yes,
So, Mr. Cook, your question was, and I'm going to paraphrase this. Did you see us when you drove by in the courthouse parking lot? Is that correct?
No, this was in front of court.
That's what you just said.
So did you see us at court?
Did he have audio of me saying anything as he
Objection asked and answered.
He's already answered that question. He said no.
Now, did he not drive by us, turn back around?
Objection.
And film us.
Overruled. I'll allow the answer.
Yes.
Did you not go back and turn around again and film us? Remember, it's on court, it's on video.
We attempt to film every single time they break the civil protection order. Without it, there is no proof. Crook.
And we're gonna have to start skipping through the interlude. Sorry, people, because we're falling behind. We're gonna have to stay focused on the court hearing here. But in the meantime, to make sure we don't get too far behind, Alan 69 with the $5 Aussie money. Yep, hit that like and subscribe. Love you, Jeff and Hayden. Well, we love you too, Alan. Thank you very much.
On you, buddy.
And as Hale says, part 2 is ridiculously funny. I'm getting frustrated. I think the humor is leaving. This is so frustrating. I can't imagine what it'd be like to be in the hearing. Mr. K says, Legal Vices, I must ask you a question. How does one burn their arm but lose their womb broom? With that hat, you look like a young angry under. Because the fireball was coming from this side, and I was like this, so the fireball kind of washed up this whole side of my body. It was kind of fun. Yeah, so you take out the stash, all the hair, got a little crunchy eyebrow out of it. Yeah, so that's how it happens, and you know that happens too. And Torin 3 with a $10. Thank you very much, brother. Deeply appreciated. Late with this, but synesthesia
Synesthesia.
is where senses get somewhat cross-linked. My roommate has it and says it's like when she drives past a dead skunk, she'll change the radio station and you feel better. Oh, weird.
Interesting.
Huh. I never feel better after driving past a dead skunk, though. They stink. And if you, just say a friendly reminder, if you ever get a chance to hit a skunk, don't. Did that once. There's literally a point when you go, do I just throw away the car? You literally get to that point where like, do I just get rid of the car? It's bad. All righty. That is not Aussie snoring. That is Strawberry snoring on her little chair on the veranda.
Yes.
All right.
Still here.
Back to court, people. Oh, by the way, we got 957 people and 720 likes. Thank you so much for hitting that like button. Keep it up, good people. And the subscribe button, too.
Up again, and the Levy County deputies make him remove himself.
If you're referring to hearing number 1, then yes, we drove to the parking lot. We waited for our attorney to let us know that we could come in after the court was let known about the civil protection orders. We left at that time waiting, and we came back. As we left, we filmed your vehicle. And as we came back, we filmed your vehicle during hearing 1. There have been 3 hearings thus far.
Okay, I'm talking, this was done within minutes of each other.
Was that a question or a statement, sir?
This isn't different. I can get into that recording that. But
No, not now.
Answer, did you record me 3 times within minutes? Going back, forth, and back. And remember, it's on tape.
Not understanding your question completely in regards to what you mean by minutes, back, forth. I'm going to have to say that I can't answer that. I can't answer that accurately. As I've already answered, I went to the parking lot, we left, we came back.
Mr. Cook, move on. Next question.
After that one, after you went by the 3rd time, did you not drive right into the...
Objection, relevance. This goes beyond the scope of what we're here for.
Okay, sustained. I do not find that is relevant to these proceedings.
I actually find it relevant because he's clearly admitting an order.
Do you still want to take a brief break? Okay, since
if you want to, Your Honor, I can take a break.
Okay, since we are not in the middle of. Hold on.
Oh my God! He's interrupting the judge when she's just trying to say, "Let's take a break." Why would you possibly interrupt the judge? Oh my God! This guy's infuriating.
What not to do to piss off the judge?
Okay. Since we're not in the middle of. Hold on. Since we're not in the middle of a question, I am going to break. It is 3:54. We are going to come back in 6 minutes at 4:00. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Oh my God!
We're on break, but the mics are still hot and recording everything LIEnette and Crook are saying.
Oh, cool.
The coyote had our dogs. The coyote had our dogs and was ripping them apart.
The coyote had our dogs and was ripping them apart?
Yeah, probably the same way that her mother died and then miraculously reappeared.
We've got lots of coyotes around our house, and no dogs have ever been attacked by coyotes in my neighborhood that I've ever heard of. Huh.
They were screaming. You cannot let them be outside alone.
Can you hear the screaming of the dogs, Clarice? chicken. Or is that the chicken that he wanted sucked? Just wondering. Alan 69 with the release the dogs. Ooh, we're about 15 away from releasing the dogs. Oh, there we go. Please. Oh, you said please. You asked nicely.
It's the only way I survive this nonsense.
What is going on there? Coyotes ripping dogs apart, chickens squalling. That's exactly what I was going to ask. And where is the child while the coyotes are for some reason in the middle of the daytime ripping apart dogs and the chickens are chilling? I guarantee you the coyotes would go after the chickens before they went after the dogs.
Mm.
And coyotes are actually very, very cowardly animals. A good dog barking would probably scare them away.
Well, I mean, not every continent can have dingoes, so.
Yeah. Now, wolves are a different story. But yeah, anywho. Kara Shelton, a new member. Thank you so very much. Thank you so very much for joining the Clean and Sober crew. Say hi to our newest member, Kara Shelton. Glad you're here. I deeply, deeply appreciate that. Hope you stick around and enjoy what we do here. All right, we'll push play here, and then we'll set up the doggo cam, and we'll get you can watch Strawberry sleep some more. All right, let's get on with it.
Black cat. I didn't realize there was a coyote there. All right, well, I'll get out there. I'll get rid of the coyote. All right.
What the fuck?
If you didn't catch it, I whispered to my lawyer, he's going to fire an and somebody's going to get hurt. Any of the residents around them, they're on 1.66 acres, very small and no backdrop. And these two are mentally unhinged. They're runk and they're rug addicts. And they've got uns in their hands. Not safe for any of the residents.
All right, here we go.
All right, it is 4:01. We are ready to resume.
And that's the part of the show that we like to call.
Cook, you were cross-examining Mr. Hales. Do you have any further questions for him?
Yeah, I still have one more on that parking and filming.
Objection relevance.
Hold on. There was, I'm going to rule on that objection. There were statements made by Mr. Hales that Mr. Cook had communications with him outside of a courthouse, so I will allow the question. Proceed.
Drop one up for Cook.
When we went up to the park at the courthouse, we were in front. Was there another car in between us?
I do not know.
Really? You didn't say that there's a white van, but okay.
Don't say okay. Challenge him on it, doofus. Lowlands Angie for the dogs and the travel guide. I got your email today. I'll be getting back to you as soon as possible. Thank you so much, Lowlands Angie, for the 6 euros. 6 euros.
Objection, move to strike.
Sustained. Just ask a question. Don't make commentary.
All right.
For the 900th time.
If I'm
Yeah, that's our job.
stopping, why would I be in front of you?
I'll answer that question with the best statement I can answer with. If you have a civil protection order on you, why are you within 500 feet of me? You have a civil protection order of stalking. Why would you be within 500 feet of me? Or
Me.
That's my answer to your question.
So if we're driving and trying to park, we are instantly, in your opinion, are we instantly supposed to stop parallel parking and drive away?
Yep. Exactly what
Based
you're
on
supposed
the
to do.
civil protection order, you should not be within 500 feet. You should never be there.
I'll attempt to clear this up a little bit. There's a civil protection order.
Yeah,
He
no,
knows
that's
to do
exactly what he's supposed to
counter-
do. If you have a civil protection order against you by someone that says you're not allowed to be within certain feet of someone, and you go somewhere and you see they're parked right next to you or within 500 feet or however, whatever the restriction is of you, yeah, you are expected to go somewhere else and park. That's how it works. That's the entire purpose for this thing to exist in the first place, is to keep you away from someone.
Yep.
So, yep. That's how it works, John boy. Sorry.
White car in between. There's the video on this.
Objection, move to strike.
Sustained. Put a next question, please. Move on to another subject, please.
Here's my last and final one for you, Jeremy. Isn't this true that you're just mad? Because I have 9 state ethics violations against the mayor of Otter Creek, and you're named in 4 of them.
Objection relevance.
Investigating
What?
guys right now.
Objection, hearsay, move to strike.
Sustained.
Oh, no, it's not hearsay.
Kind of is,
It's about
and is irrelevant.
they were just in Otter Creek.
Overruled or sustained. I will not allow questioning based on hearsay.
Holy crap, the
Actually
judge is
makes
so
me
out of it,
quite
she's
scared.
almost overdoing a ruling.
Yeah.
That was close.
We get Bernice Conklin. I had a restraining order for 5 years against my ex. He tried to kill me, and I had to renew it every year. He violated my restraining order and went to jail for 2.5 years. Well, could something like that happen here? We'll find out. But that sucks,
Open
Bernice.
the fire.
That sucks, Bernice. But glad he got locked away.
At the courthouse.
No, Brian.
Does that conclude your questioning, sir?
Yep.
Mr. Heller, any redirect?
No.
All right, thank you. Mr. Heller, does that conclude your presentation of evidence?
Yeah, as Hayden
Yes.
did, no.
So, Mr. Cook, this is your opportunity to present your testimony and evidence. Before I swear you in, I am going to caution you that everything we do here is on the record and that you will be under oath. This recording and testimony could be used in other cases if necessary, since you are under oath. And I want to make sure that you understand that before I swear you in and allow you to testify.
Oh, dear.
Do you understand that? Do you still
In
want to
other words,
proceed with
everything you say
testimony?
here is going to get used in Florida, so shut the fuck up.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Oh, it's not a can be.
And we got about
under
10
Testify
minutes left.
truthfully in this
15
matter
minutes.
under penalty of law.
Yeah.
You may testify.
Oh, dear. All right. I just need to take a deep breath. I don't know if I'm ready for this. All right, everyone. Shake. Ow, can't shake my hand too hard. It hurts. All right. Come on. Stretch your neck. Yeah, do some shoulder stretches and get ready for the direct portion of John Cook's testimony here. Sonny or Chris with the $10 says, "Cry havoc." We cried havoc, and we
Release the hose.
of war. All right. That's a warning that his testimony could get him in trouble. Yes.
Yes.
All righty. This is all being used in the federal courts. Sweet. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen, and Hayden. Let's go. Release the dogs of snore.
Basically, redoing everything I just did. In the parking lot. At the sheriff's office. Were you not?
No, it's not. Don't ask.
All the way back.
You don't ask questions.
Objection, this is not the time for questions.
Hold on. Sustained. So, Mr. Cook, this is not the time for you to question Mr. Hales more. This is the time for you to give your testimony.
God, this is what he's been doing the whole time, is trying to tell his story. Now that he's been told to tell his story, he wants to start asking questions. Dude is all the way messed up.
Dude's doing fine. He watched an episode of Matlock last night. The sound was off, but he's doing okay.
Oh my God. Now is the time to do what you've been doing the first 3/4 of this hearing. Tell your damn story.
Now is the time when you can directly read the notes that LIEnette's handing you.
Exactly. Oh dear.
Your Honor,
Me.
States if I yell things there, that's not. And I need.
This is literally what he's doing. He or Lynette have scribbled down some notes, and he's looking at the notes, trying to make sense of them.
Yep.
That's literally what's going on here.
I wasn't joking. I know that's because I've been in mediations and courtrooms where this has happened. I know what's going on here. It's the same cadence. It's the same like It's the same. It's.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's is it AP says, is it me or is Lynette and John's whole legal ability summed up with words is hard, Judge? That's why you get Lionel Hutz.
That's why you're the judge and I'm the law talking guy. The lawyer. Right.
I want to know where I yell things in front of the courthouse.
Me.
So she drove by my house and I yelled something. I would love to hear me yelling something.
No, of course not, Leslie.
Court.
Never, never, never.
And again, this comes down to I have 9 ethics violations against the mayor.
This
Turning
is
single
a
digit
repeat.
may be generous.
4 of them. And he's trying to silence.
Objection, move to strike.
This is what it comes down to.
Hold on. I'm going to allow it. Continue your testimony, Mr.
Yes, Hayden, you were going to say something?
No, nothing. I'm just.
This was the judge going, yes, I should probably sustain this objection.
But I'm going to let him go.
Can we just get done with this?
Yeah.
Just like, all right, no, just let him go. Let's get out of here. Let's be done.
Cook.
Yeah, I'll rest.
Okay, that concludes your testimony.
What?
I'll be given an opportunity.
Wait, what? He's been trying to talk for the last hour and a half. And now it's like, all right, talk. Tell your story. Start at the very beginning. It's a very good place to start. And just walk us through your side of the story. Nothing further, Your Honor.
Oh my God.
Dude. You've
You watched the wrong episode of Matlock.
oh my God. I'm speechless. I'm speechless.
I move for a bad court thingy.
You mean a mistrial?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't get it, Hayden. I honestly don't get it. Ladies and gentlemen, again, this is the importance of a lawyer. It really is.
It was at this moment that he knew. He fucked up.
Except I don't think he actually knows yet.
No.
It was at this moment that everybody else knew he fucked up.
This is really weird. I mean, he's literally been trying to testify for an hour and a half. And now it's like, hey, testify. No further.
Testimony, Mr. Cook.
Yeah, I'll rest.
Okay, that
I'll
concludes
rest.
your testimony.
Yeah.
You will not be given an opportunity to give any other testimony on direct.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to go out on a limb here.
Given that there's still another 13 minutes, I'm willing to bet that she has to go back on that.
I'm going to go out on a limb here and say he does try to do some more testifying before this is over.
Yeah.
Just a little limb I'm going to go out on. We'll see if I'm right or wrong, but
Mr. Heller, any questions for Mr. Cook?
Mr. Cook, you are on Facebook, is that correct?
literally everybody sighs every time they have to say something here. Anytime anyone has to talk directly to John or Lynette, they start with a sigh.
Fuck, we're not even talking directly to them, and I'm sighing when I open my mouth.
I know. That's just, I just noticed, like, literally everybody starts when they have to talk to these two. Oh, Justice, what happened to you?
Yes, I have other great politics and other things.
Yep, so you use Facebook to comment on things and to put your opinions out there?
On occasion, yeah, I do.
Okay. And on one occasion, you commented on the Christmas events that Mr. Hale was putting on. Is that correct?
I commented.
Yeah.
I never commented on anything he put out there. I commented on something else put out there, not him.
Okay, but you did make comments directly about the Christmas Creek in the Creek program that you knew was being sponsored by Mr. Hales.
So my basic comment was he blocked.
So that's a yes.
From Otter Creek because he's mad at the parents.
Yeah, so that's a yes.
So you are commenting on them, yes?
So yes.
Except for Charlie's one grandchild.
Okay, and you have responded, and you did post that photo we saw earlier of the girls after our last hearing.
Hold on, Mr. Cook. Same rules apply. Wait till the question is done, and then you may give your answer. Restart the question, please, Mr. Heller.
So, in October of this year, after this hearing, you're a member of the group Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors, correct?
Yeah.
And this post here says, more perjury against, saying that we posted when in fact, who does it say posted it? On its way to the judge, sending for my way.
I made a mistake. I don't have friends and neighbors.
I'll bet you made a mistake.
Hold on. Mr. Cook, stop talking for a minute. Is there somebody whispering in the background?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. I believe the answer to that question is yes. Who do we think it is? Is it the kid? Is it the coyotes? Is it the chicken? Or is it
It's a coyote.
Hold on.
When in fact, who does it say posted it? On its way to the judge, sending for my way.
I made a mistake. I don't have friends and neighbors. That's got nothing to do with it.
Hold on. Mr. Cook, stop talking for a minute. Is there somebody whispering in the background?
No.
Okay. Lynette Press. I hear the roosters clearly.
That's what I know.
Okay. You're saying that Miss Preston is not in the room with you?
No.
Okay, because the court will note for the record that it thought it heard a female voice that was speaking in a whisper.
It's the ghost of Tortoise Past.
Okay. So
If you listened close, you heard me tell my attorney, hey, I just saw a hand with an arm sliding a piece of paper. It's LIEnette. She's been in there the entire time. She's writing things down and giving it to him, which, frankly, I mean, it's against the law, but my bigger concern is, where is the child? With all of these hazards,
Right.
She was just in there yelling at John, there's a coyote killing our dogs.
Exactly. That's what we've been saying. Where's the kid?
Mr. Heller, I need you to restate the question.
So you've already seen and we've already submitted our Exhibit A, which includes a photograph or a screenshot taken of you of a post by you, correct? You saw when we put that up earlier?
Can you put it up again?
Sure.
Which one is it?
The does.
Oh, no, that's not me. In fact, I can show you, if I was allowed to, that, I can't remember the guy's name. He posted, he got it on the internet with Jeremy Hales' name on it. That's got nothing to do with me.
See, that's the same argument you actually made in this post in October. In fact, when you
So why are we bringing up another thing? Are we retrying it? It's the same thing. He brought it up. Are we duplicating our stuff?
Mr. Cook, very briefly, let's get into this one more time.
Very briefly.
Bear with me while I get the technology up and running here.
Oh, bullshit. That was, bear with me while I gather myself for this.
Yeah. Praying to Jesus for just a little bit of strength. Hi, Lynette.
Well, you rested. You had your opportunity, Mr. Cook, and that's over. Okay? So I'm re-pulling up our Exhibit A. Now, this Exhibit A here, at the top it says Otter Creek Friends and Neighbors. Can you see that?
That's not my page, so I have no clue.
Can you see what the exhibit says? Yes or no, Mr. Cook?
What's what?
At the top.
Oh, no, you gotta bring it up, bring it up. No, you gotta bring it back down. I cook. What made up site is, are you trying to post there?
Hold on. Ask your question, please, Mr. Heller.
Mr. Cook,
Miss-
do you see at the top where it says the name Cook and then 11M?
11M. Yeah, I see something.
Yeah. Now, it's hard to see on this scanned version, but on the version being submitted to the court, it says a post from John Cook.
Do you see that part where it says you actually did post this? No.
I'm starting to wonder if at any point the judge is going to smell burnt toast.
I'm about there. This is a long 15 minutes.
It also says from Jeremy Hales.
Yes, because you are reposting an image.
Oh God.
I don't know. You're right.
What?
This one guy did. He reposted it.
And in fact, you reposted this.
I'm not computer savvy.
You're not anything savvy, dude. Oh my God, follow the conversation. You reposted it. You posted it. You did it. Right? Right. Oh my Lord.
No clue.
Okay, Mr. Cook. And in addition to this, in the incident in November when Mr. Hales drove by, you in fact yelled at him and yelled, "Suck my dick," correct? And you didn't.
I was talking to Michelle.
And you were telling Michelle to suck your dick.
After what I was getting.
Little late on the quack there. Little late on the quack. Now, why would he be yelling that at her?
Maybe it's been a while and maybe he's desperate. Who knows?
Could be. I don't need those images in my head. Stop it, Hayden.
Michelle.
And you were telling Michelle to suck your dick?
After what I was getting recorded on the street on a walker.
Oh, yeah, we're over 2 hours.
You follow everything because he cuts it on top.
Oh, my God.
Hear me say, there's clips for me for having to go through this. Yeah.
Okay, Mr. Cook. And then when you continued to yell 10 feet, you were yelling 10 feet to Mr. Hales, weren't you?
No. Michelle asked me what he was saying. I said 10 feet. And if you listen to the video.
I don't think she asked that. If she did, I didn't hear her ask that.
Yeah, and her part of it's all on camera with half decent audio. So, yeah, I'd say he's lying under oath right now.
Yeah, the other thing I really heard her say was, "Shut up!"
Yeah, you can talk to me, but don't talk to them. Suck my dick.
What he was saying, I said 10 feet. And if you listen to the video in its entirety, she will say he's talking to me.
Yeah, because she's trying to
Thank you
cover
for joining
you.
us, Leslie Ann Moon.
I have nothing to say to that man.
just in case there's any confusion by anybody else. Our civil protection orders are permanent and they are one way. Even if we communicate with Crook, he cannot communicate with us. If we go towards him, he must remove himself. We live life normal. We drive the same way. We all and this
correct.
Crook answer.
Sheriffs, is that correct? And Mr. Cook, in December of this year, you were visited by Otter Creek Sheriffs. Is that correct?
Oh.
Which time?
Which
Genius
time?
answer, because they're there.
What?
In December, were you visited by the sheriffs? Which time was his answer? A simple yes will do, Mr. Cook.
A simple yes is more than incriminating enough. You don't have to specify.
Wow.
And
anything, nothing whatsoever.
And Mr. Cook, in December of this year, you were visited by Otter Creek Sheriffs. Is that correct?
Which time?
Genius answer, because they're there almost daily. Not because of us, because of all the problems they create with one another and for all the residents in Otter Creek.
Towards after the 30th of December this year, you were contacted by Otter Creek Sheriffs. Is that correct?
Which time in December?
He said after the there's literally one day after the 30th of December. What do you mean? I hope you're not saying which time on December 31st. I hope that's not what he's saying. Oh, Lord.
You talking
By
about the
Otter Creek
615 or the
Sheriffs, is that
620
correct?
visit?
Which time in December?
You were contacted by Otter Creek Sheriffs specifically on a complaint made by
Me.
about communication, correct?
I was never for Otter Creek Sheriff, or are you talking about Levy County Sheriff?
Levy County Sheriffs.
Was I contacted about? Yeah, he came on over to see if she broke the restraining order, which she did.
Just another issue for federal court. There's no way she could breach or violate the restraining order because there were nothing against myself and George. Life as normal for us. It was against them. There is no two-way. It only goes one way. There is now a temporary in Florida to do with it.
She made a complaint.
Applicable at this point in time when these incidents happened.
No, she made a complaint about you yelling, and in fact, you told the sheriffs, I yelled, stop filming me, correct?
When I was 50 feet away from the road, I said stop filming. But
So you communicated.
So
with
you're
her.
admitting to interacting with them in breach of the order.
Yeah, it seems to be what he's doing.
I don't have enough size in me.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Don't have enough size in you, huh?
Oh, smart ass. I was thinking, fuck, that's a long bow.
All right, let's go. My Lord, I'm getting worn out here. This is just too much.
That's what she said.
Damn straight, that's what she said. Hell yeah, wouldn't have it any other way. Can we push play now?
Yes, please.
The dogs are even sighing at this point.
she was breaking the restraining order.
Okay, that's my question.
Please stop filming me. I was working on my journal enclosure, and she had to drive by, stop, and do this. When she darn well knew this was against the restraining order of 50 feet.
Okay, Mr. Cook, just to be clear, you did yell, stop filming me at
me.
Yes, but Sure.
Nothing further.
So just to be clear, you violated the order, right? Yeah, all right, nothing further. not the brightest tools in the belfry. Wow.
There are sharper button knives in my drawer.
Exactly.
Hold on, sir. There are no questions on the table. Please turn off the screen share.
Sorry, Your Honor.
All right, so that concludes your questioning?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay.
Whew.
Mr. Cook, do you have any witnesses that you're planning to call?
Nobody will testify for us, otherwise he'll harass them.
Okay, so that concludes your presentation of testimony and evidence. We will discuss admission of exhibits. So Mr. Heller, you are seeking to admit exhibits A, B, C, D, and then video exhibits 1 and 2. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Cook, any objection to the admission of these exhibits?
I object to all of them. My question is, when do I get to bring in the real video?
Oh no!
Okay, so
When do I get to turn in the real video? Like a while ago when she asked you if you had anything else to add? That was when you add the video. Oh. Remember when she told you, John, like you're not going to be allowed to add anything else after this point. Remember that? She kind of meant it. Unless she's going to say, all right, have it by the end of the week or something like that. Oh dear.
you have not stated on the record any specific reasons why you object, so the court is going to allow the admissibility of these exhibits. The court will give the evidence the weight it deems necessary when it is considering this matter. And Mr. Cook, just to quickly answer your question, you've had the opportunity to present your testimony and evidence. You have had the opportunity both times. The court has given you the ability to appear in these proceedings by video conference. The court does not have to give you the ability to appear in these proceedings by video conference, but it has given you that ability. So you have been given the ability, just like any litigant, to participate in these proceedings. So you have had the ability to present any testimony and evidence. Your time to do that as of now has passed. So this hearing is concluded. The court is going to take these matters under consideration. It will issue a written decision based on the testimony and evidence that it has received today. That concludes these hearings. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Oof.
Her decision is next, and what's going to happen with sanctions. But we have another contempt of court hearing in Ohio as well, where John Crook and LIEnette parked at the door at Town Hall, stayed for over an hour and a half, blocking George from going inside.
Wait a minute, there's more? I thought we were done with Ohio.
But wait, there's more.
No, just when you thought you were out, they pulled you back in again. All right. Guess we ain't done with Ohio just yet. Oh dear. I can't. I really can't. Island says, to be fair, if all of this was easy, we wouldn't need lawyers. That's exactly the point. It's not that easy. So you need lawyers. So they should have one. Because when, as we said at the beginning, as we say every time, when you appear as your own lawyer, when you appear pro se or pro per, whatever you want to call it, when you act as your own lawyer, you are telling the court that you are qualified. You are just as qualified as a reasonably able lawyer as to handle everything. You got to follow the rules of the court. You got to follow the rules of evidence. You got to follow the rules of procedure. You got to follow all the court's local rules regarding font size and spacing of documents and all this stuff. And if you can't, you're in trouble because you've made the representation that you are just as qualified as a reasonably qualified lawyer to do what you're going to do. So yeah, that's why you need lawyers.
It's pretty straightforward to say that no lawyer should ever represent themselves, let alone anybody else ever representing themselves. It's never going to end well.
Never. Well, we got through that just to find out there's more Ohio contempt hearings. Yay. Oh Lord. Wow, again, we're going to shut this down here. We went 25 minutes extra today. Let me see where we can send you here, and then we'll do a wrap up. Don't go anywhere yet. We have 1,000 people here, basically 969 people, 827 likes. Thank you, people. Thank you very much for that. While you're here, make sure if you haven't hit that like button, you do, and hit the subscribe button. Subscribe to the channel. Do it. You won't regret it. No regrets. No regrets. Hit that subscribe button, and then you can just forget about it and just come back and enjoy every day. And then I'll remind you that if you are subscribed, please double check to make sure you're still subscribed, because YouTube likes to unsubscribe people. And Hayden's going to tell you all about him and where you can find him and all that other stuff while I look to see where we can send you. Go for it, Hayden.
Fair enough. Guys, hope you've enjoyed the show. Going through this, it's mind-numbing at times, but let's face it, if you don't... If we weren't watching this, if it wasn't coming to the masses, if there wasn't commentary on it, you wouldn't believe half the shit that's going on. I still don't believe half the shit, and I'm watching it as an attorney looking at this going, okay, I can see exactly where they're fucking up. And it's like, holy shit. But anyway, guys, Aussie Overlord, YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, Twitter, anywhere and everywhere that you can find me. And I want to go to bed, so let's wrap this up.
Yep, me too. Of course, I have to clean the house a little bit before the cleaning lady comes in the morning. Yeah. All right, we're going to send you on over to Nick Starro Trial Watch for some more Young Thug trial shenanigans. Strawberry turned around at some point. What's up, Straubs? All right, everybody. Again, thank you. Make sure you go on over to Aussie Overlord and subscribe to him. Make sure you hit the subscribe button down there. Thank you so much. Let's see how our poll ended up. Be the voice of reason and sanity. 14% of you said that John is going to be the voice of reason and sanity. You 14% are incorrect. 17% of you said a little worse than Lynette was. You 17% have an arguable case that she was a little worse than Lynette was. The 19% of you said that she's going to do better than Lynette are wrong. Sorry. The exactly 50% of you that said she's going to be way, way worse than Lynette, I'm going to have to go with that, because he interrupted the judge 3 times during her admonishing him for interrupting her.
He was obstinate. She was entertaining.
Yeah.
That's the difference.
So speaking of entertaining, tomorrow comeback, we are going to be doing the another update on the Tonsil twins, the Clayton Eckert, Laura Owens deal, where she claimed that he got her pregnant through with twins through oral servicing, if you will. We're going to be talking about that. There's been some developments. The lawyer's at it again, and I'm tired of him. I really, really am. We'll probably be doing that on Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday, we're going to be doing our retro trial Thursday, the Donald Hartung trial from 2020, based on a 2015 murder out of Florida, where there was allegedly witchcraft and ritualistic aspects of the murder of this man is accused of murdering his 2 half-brothers and his mother and leaving them in a locked Florida house in July for several days, buried under piles of blankets. Icky. And I don't know what we're going to do on Friday, but I'll think of something. All right.
I just realized that I just made the zombie noise when you said that. I just went...
All right, we're going to send you on over to Nick Starro. Tell Nick Starro hi. Tell him Legal Vices sent you, and I hope you make it on there. If you do make it over there, say hi. If you don't make it over there, look up at the little right up at the top of chat. There's going to be little blue boxes. Something cool is happening on over there. Go check it out. Click here. If that doesn't work, you're on your own. It doesn't always work for a lot of the people. Mods, thank you so very much for being here and doing your moddy best. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Higgles, for saying all the best. All the best to you too, Higgles. Thank you, chat, for being here. Thank you so much for the support, for the super chats, the gifted memberships, the monthly memberships, all that stuff. Thank you. And chat, thank you for being yourself. With a few exceptions, we stayed on the right side of the line. Agree to differ, have differing opinions. Just don't be. I wish I had a quack. Just don't be a quack. Yeah, there you go. Let's do this again. Just don't be a quack. There you go. Bye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye. Thank you, Ozzy, for being here. Good night, Strawberry. You
Always a pleasure.
Oh, I almost did a cold end. If you want to stick around, we'll do an outro here. We'll do an outro song.
Well, she's a junkie mama with a heart so cold. Snatched a child away, now her story's told. On a ranch so filthy, tortoises crawl. Her twisted pleasures just to see others fall. Gotta watch your back when she's around. She'll tear your world apart without a sound. Living in misery, her soul's been stained on that dirty ranch where tortoises reign. Her veins are rivers flowing with despair, lost in the haze with nobody to care. She feeds on chaos, it's her only high. With every stolen glance she laughs and sighs. Gotta watch your back when she's around. She'll tear your world apart without a sound. Living in misery, her soul's been stained on that dirty ranch where tortoises reign. Neighbors tremble at the mention of her name. In the dead of night they whisper of her shame. But she's the queen of darkness, ruler of the night. In her twisted kingdom she finds her delight. With each passing day her grip grows tight. In her hollow eyes there's no sign of light. Lost in her own hell she roams and roams on that filthy ranch she calls her home sweet home.